If you want to skip my introduction and how I gained 60 pounds exactly, then skip to about the 10-minute and 40-second mark.
Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be talking about how I lost the baby weight, okay? Excuse the background. It's like 9 o'clock at night, maybe a little bit later, and my kids are asleep in my bedroom, of course. That's another video for another time about why my kids don't sleep in their own room. But this is like the best room for me to film in now. Oh, well, and I also had to throw on a ring light and a little bit of makeup to redeem myself from my last video. When I was editing my last video, which was about how I did my keratin treatment, I was like, damn girl. I was like, you need some makeup or you need some sleep. And I obviously don't sleep. Anyway, so yes, we're gonna get into it now. We're gonna be, this is a trigger warning, okay, you guys? If you are sensitive to like talking about body image, talking about weight, talking about postpartum, talking about pregnancy, talking about motherhood, talking about, you know, being skinny, being fat, being, you know, whatever, just weight, any of that kind of stuff, appearance, click out of this video now. Or food, calories, any of those. Like, I'm trying to think of all the words to cover, okay? Don't say I didn't warn you. But this is a positive video. It's not a negative video, it's a positive video. But I'm just saying, if that kind of stuff is triggering to you, then just click out now. So just a little background on me, if you happen to just come across this video and you have never seen me before. So I had two babies back to back. My first daughter was born October 2020, and then I had my second daughter December 2021. And as I'm filming this, it's November 2022. I kind of lost track of the years because it's been like a blur, you know, between COVID and having two kids. It's like, what the, like what happened? And I feel like I'm barely coming back to life, and I'm having a glow up currently, you guys. Okay, so if you guys want to have a glow up, then like subscribe to my channel, because that's where these videos are about to go, because I'm going to show you guys all about my glow up. But anyway, the point is, this was part of the glow up, was weight loss for me. Everybody's glow up is different, but like for me, when I sat down and I was like, what is going to make me feel better about myself every day because I don't feel good? One of the major things was weight loss. Okay, so yeah, I had two kids back to back. I'm 11 months postpartum with my second. Like I've mentioned before, I have always been a pretty petite person. I have just naturally, I guess I have a fast metabolism. I've always been like a size like 0 to like maybe a 4, depending on the type of the time of year. I never really had to like diet. It was just like, okay, let me you know, not drink juice and soda or something like that, and then like the weight would just come off and it was not a big deal until I had kids. Okay. Which I want to make another video. When I was thinking about what I'm going to say here, I want to make another video talking about how, if you want to, how to prevent yourself from either like gaining way too much weight during pregnancy, which you should gain weight during pregnancy, by the way. In most cases, because, well, I'm not a doctor, okay? In most cases, you're probably gonna gain, like, the average is like 20 pounds. Like, that's how much is like, that's like a healthy amount of weight to gain during pregnancy, approximately. I'm not a doctor. These are all estimates, okay? But I want to make a video talking about how to avoid like going overboard, which I have done, and how to prevent stretch marks, because I did some things to prevent stretch marks, and like it worked, even though they say they're genetic. But trust me, there are things that you can do, but that's another video for another time. So yes, I had my first daughter October of 2020, and obviously that whole year, you know, I just ate my feelings. Okay, there was nothing for me to do in quarantine. Like I couldn't work, and I was like pregnant during like, you know, the thick of the whole COVID pandemic. Okay, So this was during the time when like we didn't even know like how it was transmitted and whatever. And so I'm more of like a laid back person, but my husband, he's like a little bit more paranoid and a little bit uptight. Okay. And so he was like, no, don't even, like, we can't even go for a walk outside. We can't do this. We can't do that. Like he was one of those people. Okay. So yeah, I just freaking sat in my house and just ate and 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 ate. Like I literally laid on the couch and ate and ate and watched TV and ate and watched Tiger King and ate and ate and ate. Needless to say, I gained a lot of weight. I freaking started at 120, I believe, and I went all the way up to 180 the day I gave birth to her, okay? And so, yeah, so the day I gave birth was 180, and then I might have even gone like a little bit bigger than that because of all the fluids and everything that I was like on an IV for a long time. It was like a big whole, my labor story was like horrendous. My legs looked like the freaking elephant man, but like for maybe 2 weeks after I gave birth. I'm gonna post pictures in this video, okay, for proof. I lost like maybe 20 pounds, which is like, you know, the baby, the water weight, the like blood or whatever, I don't know, all the stuff that you lose after you give birth. So I lost like 20 pounds. So I was like a solid 160 postpartum. And like I started to work out a couple months after. So maybe she was like 3 months old. I started to work out, and girl, that weight was not budging. Sometimes I would even gain weight. Like it was not budging. It was not budging. And then I got pregnant again, but this time around, so I was like 160. I plateaued at 160. I was working out, trying to lose weight, trying to do whatever, without doing the strict thing that I did that I'm going to share with you guys now. And then I got pregnant, and then with Noelle, with my second, I was like 160, but I maintained that 160 like through my whole pregnancy. Maybe toward the end, like I maybe gained like 5 to 10 pounds. My appetite with my second was just normal. Like I literally felt like how I do now, but I was just pregnant. Versus like with Gia, like it was crazy. It was like, well, what I like to describe it as is, because I'm a recovered stoner. I'm an ex-pothead. And so I would describe it as like, you know, when you have the munchies, but like I had the munchies every day, 24/7. Like food was just so good. Everything tasted so good. And like, I just want to eat everything. So anyway, I gave birth to her, and then I was still like the same, like 160. Yeah. After I gave birth to her, I was kind of like, okay, like after a couple months, I was like, all right, I want to lose weight. I want to lose weight. I'm like 120 now. So I'm like at my pre-pregnancy weight approximately. I weighed myself last week and I was a little bit less, but I mean, I say like, you know, give yourself like a 5 pound, not grace period, but a 5 pound, you know, I don't know what the word is, but you know what I'm talking about. After Noelle, like I've mentioned before, she actually ended up having a dairy protein allergy. I was breastfeeding her. She had a dairy protein allergy, and then I had to cut out dairy. And that, these are my notes, is one of the keys, girls, to losing weight. You don't realize, or I didn't realize, how many things have dairy in it. Like when you think about dairy, you probably picture me like, you know, drinking cups of milk, like, you know, like stuff like that, or like just eating like cheese and like yogurt and like all the obvious dairy things. But like a lot of like processed foods, a lot of prepackaged foods, a lot of there are just so many things that have dairy in it. So I had no choice, because I was breastfeeding and I wanted to continue to breastfeed. I had no choice but to cut out dairy, and that cut out like everything, okay? Everything that is bad. And so I ended up basically eating like super clean without necessarily planning to, you know what I mean? And so I would only eat fruits, vegetables, rice, beans, meat. I do eat meat, just very clean, like eating super, super, super clean. And that helped a lot. Now, I kind of started to feel like, okay, like I'm losing a little bit of weight, but I would only lose like maybe like 5 pounds, something like that. And it just, you know, months were going by and it got to the point where I was uncomfortable, and I decided for myself that I wanted to lose the weight. I started to eat clean, but then I wasn't losing like weight like that. And so I was like, okay, that's it. Like this, like that's it. I feel uncomfortable. I got to the point where like I didn't feel comfortable wearing shorts. I didn't feel comfortable, like I didn't want to do things, you know what I mean? And if you've ever been there before, whether it's your weight or whether it's anything like that, I know it sounds superficial and dumb, but also if you've been there before, you probably can relate to that, where it's like, I don't want to freaking, like, I don't feel comfortable enough to like go to a pool party in Vegas. Not that I would probably even do that nowadays, but you know what I mean? Like, when you feel comfortable in your own skin, there aren't any limits to what you do. There are no limits to what you do. The limit does not exist, okay? As Lindsay Lohan said, all right? I just got to that point, that rock bottom, where it's like, I'm losing this weight today, period. So this is what I did. I had to just face the fact that like, I have to go on a diet, like a diet. And so I downloaded the MyFitnessPal app, which, by the way, this is not sponsored. This is just something that I did, which it's ironic because I've downloaded this app before back in the day, like maybe, you know, 7-8 years ago, because I wanted to gain weight. That was step one, is I started to input my calories. Like, and the way that the app works is that you input your current weight and you input your goal weight, and then you input like what your daily activity is, ranging from you sit on the couch all day, because technically you can lose weight and you do burn calories even if you're literally sitting on the couch all day, versus like you're very active. And so I input all my information, whatever, and it basically said like, this is, I forgot the exact number, but, and everybody's body is different and whatever. But it was like, this is how many calories that you are allotted per day to reach this goal within like 6 months or whatever it was, okay? And so I started to do that, but then I still wasn't seeing results, and I had to really face the music. It's like, bitch, you need to work out, okay? Like, you have to work out. And I feel like that's kind of a mistake that a lot of us women or whoever make, is thinking that, or is kind of like doing anything but working out. Like, a lot of people will do anything but eat correctly and work out in order to lose weight. It's like, you'll go through surgery, you will buy some creams, you will buy a waist trainer, you'll buy this and that and da, like all these gimmick things. And it's like, it really is simple. It's calories in, calories out. And if you really want to boost it, then work out. Which, oh my gosh, I didn't mean for that to rhyme. I'm used to going to the gym, okay, when I do work out. And don't get me wrong, I'm not like some like gym rat like person. I was the type of person, like, I'll work out, like I don't mind working out. Like, through my life I have like had spurts of like working out, and then like I'll see results and then I'll stop and then I'll go back, like, you know, what a lot of people do. And so I was used to going to the gym when I wanted to work out, but now I won't say I can't go to the gym, but like, I would have to, if I went to the gym now, I'd probably have to go like at 4 o'clock in the morning, and it just like, no, like that's just like doing too much for me. So I was like, damn, I don't have any, like I have like some light weights and things like that in my house. And so I was like, okay, I'm going to do the best I can with what I got. Okay. And so I started, by doing just like aerobic workouts. So I put like ankle weights on, and then I had like little weights, and I just put on music and be like this with my kids. And this reminds me of like, you know, cheer. It's like, just put on some weights, some light weights. You don't have to do the most. I'll put on some Brittney Spears and be like, I never pictured myself doing, you know, aerobics, but like, this is the type of stuff that I would do. And like things like that, like, and my kids would just be playing, or like they would want to work out with me, or Gia would, like Noelle, she was like really little at that time, so she was just like laying down, just being a baby. Basically, when I start to work out, I like to do like some cardio first to get my heart rate up, and I like resistance with my cardio. Like, I'm not like a runner. Like, that's not my vibe. I like a Stairmaster or an elliptical with a little resistance, like, you know, that kind of thing. But anyway, so that's what I would do first, and then I would just do like body weights. And you know what, I still am out of shape, by the way, which I'll get to like also at the end of the video. But this whole thing right here is how I just lost the weight. This wasn't about me getting into shape, which is like the next phase of my glow up. But anyway, this is how like I lost poundage. Okay, this is what I did. And so yeah, I just lifted, you know, I started off like lifting like small weights, and if it was too heavy for me, because I thought in my mind that I could pick up where I started off back when I was in shape, like in 2019, like I thought that I could lift the same amount of weight and do whatever I do, and it was like, no girl. No. So the point is, so I had to start off like with body weight, like just like with my body weight, doing squats with my body weight, like whatever I had to do, which brings me to a point to say that like, if you, like, everybody starts somewhere, and like if you have to start literally with the most baby weight ever or no weight ever, like whatever it is, if you want to work out and lose weight, it doesn't matter. Like anything is helpful. Like I said, like I was in my living room freaking like just doing like aerobics and stuff like that, like it was the freaking 80s, and it was like, look, this is what I got to do right now. You have to do it. You don't have to have this big program. You don't have to have like a gym. You just don't have to have money. You don't have to have anything. Like just start today with whatever it is that you got, period. And so that's what I did. And so I did that, and that really kick-started my weight loss. I ate while I lost weight, which you have to eat, girl. You have to eat, okay? This is not a starvation diet. If you starve your body, you're actually like, I mean, I don't know if this is true, but like to a degree, it's just not good. I'm not even going to get into like the science behind it, because I'm not a doctor and I'm not a freaking scientist or nutritionist, whatever. So this is what I would do. In the morning before I worked out, I drink coffee every morning, and I didn't put any cream, any sugar in it. Like I know you don't realize if you drink like a frappuccino or drink like a sugary coffee every day, like you do not realize how many calories that is. Like that could be your whole daily amount of calories just in your drink. So do not drink your calories. Do not drink your calories. Don't drink your calories, okay? Just thug it out, okay? Drink your black coffee in the morning if that's what you're into, or your tea without any cream and sugar and all that stuff. Like just drink it, just be clean, just have a clean diet. Okay, anyway, so for breakfast, I would eat plain oatmeal, maybe with like a little bit of honey, yes, like you're gonna have to sacrifice, because I was sacrificing, because that wasn't necessarily like delicious or anything, but I was thinking in my mind, like I just need to fuel my body. This is the point of this meal, is to fuel my body. And you need to change your mindset from thinking that everything that you eat and put in your mouth has to taste good. Like you have to change your mindset and think like, this is fuel for my body, versus like, this is a delicious meal. You know, you're not always going to enjoy what you have to eat. So anyway, I ate plain oatmeal every morning with like maybe a little bit of honey, not too much, because it has a lot of sugar in it, which if you don't burn it and use it, it could turn into fat. And so I ate that, and then I ate like between 2 and 4 eggs, okay? And I'm not a person who eats like just egg whites. Like I eat the whole thing. Like I ate eggs. And so that's what I eat in the morning, and then I would work out, because you know you need fuel to work out. I'm not the type of person who can work out on an empty stomach. Like I'll freaking pass out or something. And then just for the rest of the day, I try to eat clean. And some days I would do like intermittent fasting, which my brother sent me some videos on intermittent fasting. Hold on, let me check really quick to see what the guy's name is. Hold on. Okay, Dr. Eric Berg here on YouTube. I'll link him down below. A lot of his videos were very helpful to me, because he breaks down things scientifically. And like I said, when I do get in my, in my health and wellness routine or whatever, this kind of stuff is interesting to me. So then it motivates me to want to do it, because I'm looking at it also from a perspective of not just losing weight and being slim. Like to me, it's interesting. The science behind it is interesting, and it's interesting to see what I eat and fuel my body, and then do workouts and see the results from that. Like, I don't know, the whole thing is just like kind of fascinating to me. And so that's why I also like the MyFitnessPal app. Like it was interesting. It was fun to me to like input my calories, even though it was tedious too. But I don't know, it just kind of like became a game. Some days I would do intermittent fasting, so I would do my workout and then I would have my protein shake, which the protein that I would use is Orgain, because that protein doesn't have dairy, soy, like any of that stuff. It's plant-based. Yeah, it has to be plant-based, right? Well, in any case, yeah, I used Orgain protein. I'd have a protein shake, and then I would do intermittent fasting like through my day. I would have like snacks and things like that, like clean snacks or just whatever, you know, my calories permitted, and then I would eat dinner. And then you know, so something that and oh yeah, so I cut out, yeah, I told you guys I cut out dairy, and then I cut out sugar in terms of like juices, sodas. I'm telling you guys what I did on a day-to-day basis, but like the fact of the matter is, like, weight loss is a journey, okay? Like some days I would be going hard, like some weeks I would be going hard, and then I'd be like, I feel skinny, like I feel it, and then I step on the scale and like I gained 4 pounds or something, and I'd be so discouraged in those moments. But you guys, if you're going on this journey, you guys have to understand that it's a freaking journey. Like, it's not just gonna be like, you know, a chart like this, like where you're going down in weight. Like, you're gonna be going like this and like whatever, but you're gonna be going down eventually. You just have to be consistent. And also, I want to say that I did not like deprive myself. Like, I'll admit, okay, I'll admit to you guys, I'll let you guys in a little secret. I like stuff like Big Macs, okay? And like, what else do I like? I like a lot of bad stuff. I feel like I like donuts. I like Big Macs. Okay, I like freaking Taco Bell. Okay, I like freaking chalupas, stuff like that. And I would input that if I freaking ate it. And yes, some days I would go over my calories. Okay, especially on the weekends. And because I like to enjoy my life, okay? I'm not gonna like not go to a freaking restaurant on the weekend and have all this anxiety about this meal that I'm gonna eat because it's gonna set me back. The thing is, you guys, like, yes, enjoy your life. Enjoy, like, eat a freaking Big Mac, okay? Eat a chalupa, okay? Sit in front of your TV and watch Real Housewives and eat a Mexican pizza from Taco Bell, okay? Just do it. But the next day, you have to get back on your horse and continue the grind and the glow up, all right? Don't get discouraged and count yourself out just because you had a bad day, just because you sat on your couch and ate a freaking Mexican pizza from Taco Bell, okay? Don't count yourself out. Just like keep going. It's about the consistency, and you will see results. I promise you will. Okay, so yes, I wanted to say that, like, yeah, the refined sugar thing, all I drank was water, black coffee, and tea with no sugar or anything like that. Okay, like that's all I drank. I didn't give myself, I mean, obviously, like I said, sometimes like I would drink like a Coke or something like that, but that was just like my regular like diet, okay? And I generally ate clean. I mean, and then that's it. So let's see, I think I started this whole journey in like February, I want to say, I think. And like I said, I was about like 150-ish, 160 maybe, between 160 and 150. I forgot the exact number. And then I got down to 120. So in total, yeah, I lost like 30 pounds, and I feel like I lost it fast, okay? And that's the thing too, you guys. Like, first of all, well, okay, don't, like, you need to get out of here. If you're like, oh my gosh, like I want to lose 20 pounds in a month, like, no, it's not gonna happen like that. You want to be safe with your weight loss too. Like, don't go to extremes, okay? Don't deprive yourself. Do not feel guilty. But also, you guys, keep in mind too, it's hard. Like, it's gonna be a struggle. It's hard. When you are following your diet and you are working out and you are trying to lose weight, it is hard. Like, there were some days where I freaking went over my calories, and it was like, I am going to sleep and like I'm kind of hungry. You're not always gonna feel like full and satiated at any given time. Like, that's just not what it is. Like, the progress is in the struggle. If you have eaten like a proper amount of calories, like split up throughout the day, and you've eaten like, you know, your proteins, your everything that you're supposed to eat, all your macronutrients, then like you're good, okay? You're good. Or, you know, eat like a healthy snack. That's what I would do too. If I was really hungry at night, I would just like eat a healthy snack. But like I just came to the realization when I was dieting, I just came to the realization, it's like, if you're on a diet, like, you're just gonna be hungry sometimes. It is what it is. You're gonna be hungry. And last but not least, which I wanted to put this in the beginning of the video, I feel like I'm talking a lot about you know, weight and things like that, and like my postpartum body and stuff, but I wanted to say, like, I love myself. I never stopped loving myself. And I want to tell you, whether you are postpartum or whether you are just, you want to lose weight, like, still love yourself. Like, you are still beautiful, period. Like, I know I just made a video saying that I felt like too ugly and too fat to be on social media during time, but I wasn't like sitting in my room like crying about it, you know what I mean? Like, because in the back of my mind, I always have like something in the back of my mind that is telling me to like not give up on myself and don't count myself out. Like, I never stop loving myself. Do not count yourself out. Do not give up on yourself. Your life is not over just because you gained some weight or just because you had a baby. Like, the fact of the matter is, things will never be the same. Our bodies will never be the same after having a baby. Like, they just won't. Like, your body just is not going to be the same, period. But that doesn't mean just throw the baby out with the bathwater, you know? Whatever it is that you want to do, if you want to lose weight, if you want to have a glow up, then do it, okay? And I'm starting to do it. And so I want to share with you guys my journey of weight loss, and also just everything else, just getting myself back together and feeling like I just started feeling like myself again. I just started feeling like myself again, like literally maybe a month or two ago. If specifically you're watching this because you are postpartum and you want to lose the baby weight, do not settle for the myth that like just because you had a baby, like, oh, that's it. Like, you know how some people make the excuse, which it is an excuse in most cases, like, oh, I had kids, this is why I am like this. Oh, I had kids. Oh, I had kids. And it's like, meanwhile, their kids are like, you know, 20 years old. It's a myth, girls. It's a myth, okay? Like, yeah, not everybody's gonna snap back and look exactly like they did like before, but just because you're a mom does not mean that like it's just like, okay, like that's it, I'm just gonna I can't ever lose the weight. I can't ever look good again. I can't ever do this. I can't ever do my makeup again. I can't ever do my hair again. And that's the thing too, is like bitter people, whether they're friends or family who have let themselves completely go and never recovered from having a child, they'll try to tell you that, like, they'll push it on to you. And it's really sad that like a lot of women are this way, but you know, I'm not one of those girls. I'm gonna tell you the truth. The fact of the matter is that like you can recover, you can lose the weight. You just need to work. You need to work. It's not just gonna land on your lap. Like, you need to work. You need to put in the work. So this is me. So this is the reason why I'm showing you guys this, is because this is a part of the next phase of my glow up, is that I want to start lifting weights because I freaking lost my butt completely. But you know, not too shabby for freaking having 2 kids back to back, okay? Don't give up on yourself, period. Like I said, right now I'm back to my pre-pregnancy weight, except like I lost all my muscle mass. So I need to lift weights, which is a part of my next glow up, which I'm going to show you guys when I haven't started yet, but when I do that, I'll show you guys like my workouts and everything. I just get scared to show you like I get scared to show workouts because like I said, I'm not a professional at all, so I don't want people to be like, oh my gosh, like your form and like all this kind of stuff. It's like I'm just doing the best I can with what I got, okay? So yeah, that's part of my next glow up, and we're just gonna continue. We're gonna continue the glow up. We're gonna continue to grow our hair. We're gonna continue to get in shape. We're gonna continue to, you know, keep our skincare on point and just be MILFs. We're all gonna be MILFs, okay? That's the goal. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope that it was helpful. Like I said, weight loss is simple. It's calories in, calories out, you know, eat clean or eat right, and you know, work out. That's all that there is. It's simple, but it's not easy. You're gonna have to put in the work. but you can do it. Like, trust me, you can do it. If I could do it, you could do it. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope it wasn't like too long. And if you guys have any other video requests or anything like that, then of course leave them down below. Please let me know if this was helpful, and you guys will see me in my next. So thank you for watching. Bye.